Right, what is up, chat? Welcome to day 12 of the Shadathon. Let's go! So yeah, obviously, as you can see, a bit different. We're going to be doing some cosplay making today. Now, I've got three pieces of projects lined up, which is basically the Shadow Dragon sort of persona, the character look, the outfit, which isn't really direct to the Minecraft skin because that kind of changes quite a lot. It's more of a design I've drawn up on digital over time, and we're now kind of obviously got some prototypes here. It's the first one I ever made. Obviously you can see it's gone through some stages. We obviously had the other one, which was this one. Now, I actually took this to Pride that got bashed up a bit, which is annoying, but we're not going to fix this, we're going to make a completely new one. I just have ordered some new glue sticks today for the glue gun, so they should be coming soon. But today, and actually I will just mention this as well, I'll turn the music down a bit and I'll come round to you guys. Right, so, hello. Hello, you lovely lot. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so, essentially, I ordered a morph suit to essentially wear under the cosplay we're going to be wearing to London Comic Con and all the future cons. Now, the idea with this morph suit is that I remember having sort of action figures as a child, or kind of toys that were basically people, like a Mr. Potato Head essentially, but they were more like humanoid people that you could take armour plates off of and then stick different ones back on. So you could have different combinations of each thing. And we're essentially going to make a bodysuit, but for that. So I've bought a black morph suit. It's due to arrive in a couple of days. But we're going to make the pieces basically to go on it. Essentially, we're making a suit which is just going to be a bunch of really thin panels. But I've also got a bunch of old jackets and clothes and stuff with zippers and sort of poppers. And the way it's going to work, we're going to sew these panels into the morph suit, apply the poppers and zips on top, and there's a charity shop down the road as well that I'm going to use to apply stuff as well. Basically, we're going to have the ability to take off and apply certain bits of cosplay from a bunch of different outfits or just one particular one. So we'll be fully customizable, we'll be able to do character mashups. And that's the thing, we're not just going to do Shadow Dragon Shadow Dragon. We're not just going to do this sort of persona stuff, we're also going to do a bunch of other original characters and some other bits, some alter egos, some, I don't know, like characters that already exist. Like the Mandalorian, but like my version of a Mandalorian or stuff like that. So it will be this kind of colour scheme here and this kind of design, but influenced by certain things. So like a Mandalorian or a Stormtrooper or say, I don't know, Lord of the Rings or something. This is more like a knight helmet at the minute. We could do like a full-on animal sort of dragon helmet that has a movable mouth as well, which would be awesome. But what we're looking at right now is that for somewhat of the suit. I've kind of gone for that for the panels. Now obviously the panels won't need to be that kind of fierce, and the face here, obviously that doesn't actually need to happen on the face as well, so we're just going to have helmets. But for a lot of these outfits it requires a cape, which is obviously non-binary flag. I have in my room. But we're going to make sort of, essentially on all of these panels there's going to be hooks or attachments where you can place and take off panels. So that whenever I want to wear cosplay, I can just apply them to these panels, and again I can switch stuff out. Or I can take the stuff with me in my bag and then just apply it while I'm there, or take it off while I'm there if I get too hot, and then obviously I'll just have the morph suit on the whole time. So yeah, sweet. But what we're doing today is something I've been wanting to do for so friggin' long. We are going to be making wings and claws. So these claws essentially are going to work via these this position here. Instead of having all of these and just having slots on each of our hands, what we're going to do is actually make extended claws that kind of go off of our fingers, so that when we curl this bit, it closes one of the fingers. So like an Iron Giant hands, like where it extends, if you've seen like, some people do it as craft, some people do it as cosplay, but you can make extended finger hands, which is what we're going to try to do today. We're also going to try and make movable wings. Now I don't have any cloth, and the idea with these as well is that it's never going to have like the actual skin in between the wings. I just want to do the sort of bony structures, but we're going to have it so you can pull strings down your side, and it's going to make the wings expand outwards as well. And I've got all the schematics for this, I've got everything like written down and planned out, so I know exactly what I'm doing, I just need to build it, and I thought I'd do it with you guys, because why the hell not? So yeah, let's go on with it. I'm just going to turn this back around real quick too. Hello, Toothless. But yeah, we're just going to be basically doing this over here, and sweet. Again, I could fix this, but I think I'm just going to make a fully new one at some point. Obviously, we're not going to do that today because we're focusing on wings and claws, but I've got a shit ton of cardboard over there as well, just off down there, so we're never going to run out of that too much. But I also know how wings work because I've drawn them enough with creatures and art and dragons and birds and everything. And essentially how a wing works, also, I never showed this by the way, I got this from Pride, it's one of the best things ever. It has a bit of a... Can you guys see that? It's upside down obviously, so... Yeah, I forgot to show you, I got that from Pride, which was pretty sick. Yes, but aside from that, I've also got a craft stash here to help us a bit. Lovely cardboard. What I'm going to do is chuck these somewhere else because they're in the way a bit. And I think the first thing we're going to do is start with the hands. So, very first thing we need to do is go ahead and cut off all these excess bits on the side. Or, actually, tell you what, we're going to cut these into panels. There's my playing thing. I just need to do this on something so I don't... Well, this is a glass table, so I don't fucking crack or scratch the table. So... Yeah, I'll just use this, but it'll be fine. Yeah, but all we're going to do first is basically just go ahead and separate all of these. So that we have actual usable bits. Cool. This book can take it, it's quite a rough back, and it's already got like a cross head back anyway, so it should be fine. Also, I've done it on this before, I've never had any problems, so all good. Cool, right, so all of those pieces are now separated like that. Just going to do it this lot as well. So we're going to need a decent amount to make this actual hand. So actually, we're probably going to need one box for each hand. And what we're going to do essentially is, like I said, yeah, we're going to make it so that it's essentially it's Spock sign, but we're going to have that be one finger, that be another finger, and then that just be the thumb. And the whole idea is that these extended fingers will actually be able to pick stuff up, and I'll be able to pick stuff in my actual hand as well. And that's also why I've got a bit of string here, because actually to make the torsion through the ends of the fingers, we're going to have some cardboard rings and stuff. But the strings essentially go through, semi-slack, but a bit taut, we've got some rubber bands as well. And what you're going to do is put your hands, or your fingers through, and they're going to slot in about here and here, so when you flex your fingers, it actually flexes the thing. And depending on how much you bend your fingers back, it'll bend the joints of the claws that we've made. stop this end. Just cut all this off. And yeah. I'm basically just going to do this until we get these done as well. So I don't really mind how long this takes. I should just say as well, we're going live on the SMP later as well, so yeah, don't fret, we're not missing out on the SMP or anything. Yeah, so yes, the weird thing is, right, I was watching Clone Wars last night, got a bit lost track in time. I ended up watching it from 1 o'clock in the morning until about 6 o'clock in the morning. I've had no sleep at all, and I feel fucking great. It's really weird. Probably just gonna have a really good sleep tonight, or I'm gonna pass out today, which is a bit frightening, but it should be fine. It should be fine. You guys can see all this, right? Cool, awesome. Little cardboard bits. Right, so we're gonna sit down as well, so I don't fucking get neck pain. Right, we need something to doodle with so I can outline stuff. Got a pen here. And so obviously, when it comes to making stuff like this, you want to make sure that where these lines, where this sort of frill bit is, you want to make sure that's the way that your stuff is facing, because obviously otherwise if you bend it, it's not going to bend properly. I know these have already got folds in them, but it's not going to bode well for the rest of it. So what I'm thinking is, for the actual chord design, I'm going to whip up another sketch. I've got bits of that. This is a fucking old drawing. Just going to whip up a sketch real quick of maybe what it could look like, and then show you guys as well. So the idea is that we have like a basically here. This is all going to be like a thing. Imagine if like you're drawing a hand, you do like the basic shape. It's essentially going to be that. Except a bit sharper, obviously, as well.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. How do you know what
Just gives me a bit more of like a visual. It's always going to be like a raptor sort of claw, I guess.
Good hands with BetterHelp, where you can talk with real qualified therapists, not AI. Wellness shouldn't be overwhelming, and therapists can help figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a screen detox. Visit betterhelp.com/Spotify Music for 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/Spotify Music.
What will be your next great story?
Now what we can do is basically, because these are going to be edges, if we just add a bit of 3D effect to this.
Or a new original series that will stay with you for good, like FX's The Bear.
We can make it delicious. We can make people happy.
Or a much-loved drama
There we go.
like Grey's Anatomy.
You gave me an opportunity to make a difference.
A lifetime of great stories on Disney+. All these and more streaming this summer. 18+, subscription required.
There we go, a bit more 3D there for you guys. Give a bit more visualization on how this is actually going to work, both for me and for you lot to see. And basically what's going to happen is our hand is going to go inside here like this. Obviously that's not the best drawing of a hand I've ever done, but you get the idea. Our hand's going to go in there, it's going to wrap around these bits, and because of where these things are going to be, it's going to have a slight bit of slack, and these are going to go up to here, and that is going to go up to there. These little things here, so the joints in the fingers, they need to be able to bend but still be attached. And so what I'm probably going to do is thinking about this. I could make pivots with skewers and then just glue it, or I can make pivots with cardboard. I think skewers might be a better option. If we make pivots with skewers, what we can do is basically put them through here like this, and then just have caps either on the inside, probably on the inside because it will hide it better, like that. So there we go, got a little diagram there. I'm just going to write V1 as well, in case obviously this doesn't work. And that is essentially how this is going to go, pretty much. And obviously the inside of this is going to be a bit of a box as well. Right, so first of all, I need to kind of map out how big this is actually going to be, because I need to figure out where the base of this is going to go. You guys can't see that, can you? I'll bring this over here. Yeah, to make this work, I need to map out how big my hand is on this one. And if I just do one, I can just basically copy it over to another. I need to do it with my hand apart like this. So there's a bit of creative liberty there, I will say, but, or extra space. We'll add a bit of extra space anyway, just because we are going to need it. But that's basically our hand there, with the two fingers apart, obviously. What we're going to do now is basically make the sort of shape that's going to go around this. So, because this box is already somewhat folded, which is why I cut the things like this, we're going to need to obviously fold it down as well. So if that's the base there, this is going to be, so the fingers go there, which means that this is almost going to have an angle across there like that. And again, this is a prototype, so we can make more in the future. Our fingers are here, cool, and then this is the base of our fingers there, that's our thumb. And so the cutoff for our thumb is probably going to be around this point here. Cool. And so this little box thing here is going to go around the edge just like that. And obviously fold in this way like I said before. And we're probably going to make some sort of wristband that goes over the top of this as well, just to keep us locked in. So we now just go ahead and do this. Now obviously the thing itself is going to be a bit wider, and this side we're going to actually need a hole to let the thumb go through. Whereas these other two up here are basically just going to attach straight on. Again, this is just a prototype, so it could go horribly wrong. But what we're going to do first is try with one hand, and then commence the other hand if this works. There we go. Here. We now take this out of here, like that. We're going to get a tiny bit of rippage, which is fine, so we can find this down later. But what we're now going to do, so obviously I've got a hand back in there, and we're going to make some sort of folding bits here, which we have to do on the ends. So these cuts aren't going to be as deep because this is where it's going to fold, obviously. I'm hoping I've done this right first time. I doubt I have, but again, one can only hope. So we might as well try. We put our hands through there. You know what, that actually does somewhat fit. Obviously we'll have to curve it a bit more, but yeah. And I actually like how, well, obviously we've cut it the wrong way round, but because of how we've done it, and where these lines are, it does actually create this sort of point in the middle, which I do quite like, because it's going to fit really well with the gauntlets I'm going to make as well. So our thumb fits through there pretty well, but this arc does need to be a bit deeper, because what's happening is our thumb's getting pushed down like that, and it's not very fun. It's going to make this arc a tiny bit deeper.
Apply now to secure your place. Accommodation is guaranteed, and scholarships and bursaries are available to all eligible students.
And hopefully it should fit better.
uwl.ac.uk. University of West London, the career university.
Cool, right. So now we try this again. So look, now what you can see is that we can still move our hand fully, like that, which is handy. I'll try to do that a bit more on camera. Yeah, you can see, you can still move our hand fully, even if that's down on there like that. And if you look, just here, we lay our hand in it and put these sides up, you can actually see that our thumb sits inside there pretty well, and we're pretty free moving. So for a prototype, we've actually done pretty well on guessing, because I pretty much just eyeballed that, which, to be fair, that I eyeballed that mask over there as well, which is pretty insane. So, yeah, cool. And actually, tell you what, we're going to number these as well, or label them. So we know what goes where. Cool. I might even try to cut along this sort of point we've made here as well, just to give it that extra flex. Awesome, because now, yeah, that literally does just fit straight on our hand. Sweet. So now, if we make another one of these, but obviously the other way round, it should fit our right hand. So if we basically put that on there, and our right hand is actually a bit bigger than our left hand, so this is going to work rather well. The weird thing about, well, the weird and wonderful thing about the human body, it's asymmetrical. If you look at your face, you'll notice that things are actually somewhat slightly off. There we go, cool. Yeah, if we now go ahead and just cut this down, we get another one of them, which should fit in our hand. Cool. And obviously there is videos showing you how to do this, but I'd rather to experiment a bit. And that's how I did that mask as well. It's how I've done all the kind of masks I've done so far. Just by pure thinking about mechanics and logistics and schematics, how it would actually work, and then just trying it. Obviously, sometimes along the way you do find out that certain things won't work, which is what happens at mask, because it's not entirely accurate to the source material, the drawing that I drew. But it is the closest I could have got with the stuff I had at the time. Right, that is basically a replica of this, but what we need to do now is make sure that we cut this properly. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and just lay a hand over the top of that. Just fold this like the other one was. If we put that on there, what we can do is actually just measure where the cuts were to make this a bit more flexy. So the first one is about there, the middle one is there, and then this last one is just here. Cool. And these are all on the top. That's the top of this side. Cool, right, so now what we do is basically just take this down, not all the way in because we don't want to cut all the way through, and basically just try and wear this like the other one. So what we do now is just bend these a bit, make sure it's in full action. Now what we should see is, I should, oh I haven't cut that quite right, but that does somewhat work, so it's actually alright. And again, this is just a prototype as well, so it's all good. Just need to bend that a bit more. But as you can see, that does somewhat fit on there. Again, this arc's a bit too shallow. There we go, because now we can fully move our hand. Awesome. Obviously, when it comes to the actual stuff, what I'm going to do is make a little strap over the top here so we can keep it on. Basically what you do is you'll stick your hand through like that, put it on and get your fingers in the places. Alright, so we've got them two things. Now what we need to do is, actually I'm going to pop them over to the side and just pull this one right inside. Right, cool. So we've got them two bits done. Now we need to make the actual fingers, which we're going to do like this with these pieces. Just need to do this. The first thing I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and cut these. Actually, I need to figure out how thick these are going to be first as well. So we can take a look at that. So obviously these need to be at a slight angle as well, because otherwise it's not going to fit on here properly. So what we can do once again is just line that up. Problem is, it's kind of hard doing this by myself. we create that arc there, like that. Now that will fit back on there. So what we can do now is take this and basically have that be the first kind of finger there. And we can add bits on top obviously. And again, this is all just going to be a proto as well. So this isn't going to be the actual finished one. I just wanted to kind of have these at least for testing so I can make better ones later. And all we do is basically just go ahead, take that, and I just thought we don't even need pivots. There's such an easy way to do this. All you do is just make an extra sort of thing at the top here, like that. And all you do is this extra space you can glue, because what we're going to do is put an extra tab on this next bit up that basically fits within that space. And we're going to cut along this bit. And so now we've got a little extra tab there, which is going to essentially fit on that bit. And then as we go up on this bit, we just need to make it slightly thinner each time. And we just need to make it like thinner and shorter as we go up. And once again, all we're going to do is just make sure all of these folds actually line up. So otherwise we're going to have problems with stuffs. And then we'll save the actual pointy bits for later. So now what we can do is once again just go ahead and cut all this out. Wait, is there meant to be a new Avatar coming out this year?
Can't get enough of your song.
As in Michael Bay stuff? Not Michael Bay, fucking James Cameron.
With Spotify Premium.
Like December the 9th, this Avatar Fire and Ash is meant to be coming out, right?
Where you can play your
I could be wrong about that.
Let's have the banner to learn more.
I don't know. But yeah, so what you can see there is we've done that little one. I've got a glue gun upstairs. We can actually stick these together and test it out, obviously. And like I said, I've ordered more glue. So these things here are going to be more of a prototype. The wings, however, are probably going to be my only pair of wings that I make because they're much more complex. And I'm much more confident about them because I've practiced making wings before, so this will be like the 4th or 5th time of doing it. Whereas making his hands has only been the first time this time, so obviously things could still go worse. So let me go on there, cool. And I just need to cut these bits off. Cool, like that. Sweet. Now we do, just add these bits in here so we can fold it. I like doing cardboardy bits, it's fun. There we go, and because we've actually done it on the edge this time where they bend, it's going to make it a lot easier to make the joints move. Essentially all we're going to do is just do the same for this one. Make a sort of bend lines there. And again, we've actually started a bit up because I wanted to make a little bit of a divot here so we can actually stick it onto the thing. There we go, cool. Wicked. And so now what you can see is that that would sit inside there, because obviously it's the next thing up, and it's going to flex like that. And obviously these things don't really interfere with each other because it's underneath. So you've already essentially got a working finger, just without the actual torsion system. That's why you don't need pivots. I got the skewers for something else, but yeah, you don't need to put pivots in. You can literally, all this is a bit of extra cardboard on the inside, which allows this to flex. Like I said, these don't interfere because they're both, well, like that, but these are ones that are going to go inside those ones. So it won't really matter. Simple solutions. Literally all we're using here is glue and cardboard and a bit of Posca. I've got primer upstairs so the paint doesn't peel off as well. Yeah, but hopefully we're going to make like a fully working hand today. Which would be awesome. Right, I just need to make the top of this now. And we're going to do that with this just here. So we're going to take this and line it up like that. Make sure that the fold lines match up. And all we're going to do is just go ahead and once again we're going to make a little bit of a divot here for this to sort of stick into. And they're going to become our fold lines, but this time our fold lines are going to go like this into a point, like that, and our actual bits on the edge are basically going to come in as well as we go up. Just like that. And so now what we can do is cut this out and then obviously stick it onto there. And then we've essentially pretty much got a working finger, which is kind of crazy. And it's a bit like how scales work. They layer onto each other. You could do the same. It's like we could do feathers for wings that could like flutter with this sort of mechanic here by having this little thing on the bottom, which is how I intend to make the new mask as well. Because with that mask over there, a lot of it is just stuck onto each other. It doesn't use this, which was what I was planning to do originally. So I'm going to try using this for the new mask. And it should hold together a lot better, because obviously it will be more flexible as well, which means it won't be so tight around my head, because this will sort of flex around it a bit. Hopefully, anyway, that's the idea. And also, when I'm putting it together, it shouldn't ping apart, because the problem is... So, I'll actually grab the helmet real quick and show you. See these scales on the top here? These have all basically been stuck down, but you can see where they've started to peel up from each other as well, just in the gaps there. And that's because I didn't use this sort of technique, which I completely forgot about because I kind of rushed this. I basically made this thing in 2 days before the con, which was kind of insane. But yeah, we just continue on, and all we're going to do is just make a couple more of these. Obviously, this is still only one finger as well. So all we really need to do to make a second finger is just dupe this. Cut that out real quick. Again, this is still a proto as well, but the point of having a proto and also filming it is being able to go back and watch what I've done and essentially remake it.
Discover your future at the University of West London.
Thank
Doors
you.
open and the University of West London can help
Hurry
turn
up,
your
uni.
ambitions into reality.
I don't need to sign up for another one.
Student experience and teaching quality by the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2024. Apply now to secure your place. Accommodation is guaranteed, and scholarships and bursaries are available to all eligible students. T's and C's apply. Visit uwl.ac.uk.
Okay, cool.
University
Awesome.
of West London, the career university.
So now what we can do is
What will
just
be
fold
your
these
next
up,
great
and
story on Disney Plus?
the only difference here is we are going to have to cut outwards here.
There is no higher calling.
Or a new original series that will stay with you for good, like FX's The Bear.
We can make it delicious. We can make people happy.
Or a much-loved drama like Grey's Anatomy.
You gave me an opportunity to make a difference.
A lifetime of
Cool,
great
right.
stories.
So now
on
what we're going
Disney
to do is
Plus.
just go ahead
All
and
these and more. Streaming
flex
this
all of
summer.
this.
18 plus. Subscription required.
bend it all back in. Probably could have made the sides a bit thicker, I must admit. But now, essentially that Weirdest of guns. There we go. Bam. Right, we're going to use this to stick stuff together. Only problem is, it does take some time to heat up. So, in the meantime, we can get to work on making the second finger. Let's go. Literally, all we need to do is just trace this. Except the top is going to be slightly different, because obviously one of the fingers is going to be slightly shorter than the other one. Let's grab this once again. Let's basically just go on here and trace it all over. And then we just need to find the points where it folds. Reimagine them real quick. Sweet. And then obviously just find that point at which that cuts off as well. Cool. And so we just go like that. That's good, cool. Cool, right? I guess that could be this fingers. And that's gonna be, yeah, cool, awesome. Sweet. Just gonna grab these real quick. So what I can do is to make these sides stay down and actually add a bit of texture to the back is go like this. again, prototype, so it doesn't really matter about the rubber bands. But it keeps the walls up. And it kind of locks us in place as well, which is handy. Obviously that's not the actual finger, it's very flimsy right now, but yeah. It's basically just to keep these sides up while I obviously order new glue sticks, because I don't have enough to glue the inside bits there right now. And now look, we can put our fingers in there like that. And that works, and what we can even do is just go this way. And now you can kind of get a little preview of how this is going to sit. What I am noticing, however, is that that is a tiny bit uncomfortable. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that off.
There's more to Spotify than meets the ear.
There you go.
That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify. With over 300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcasts.
Oh, there we are.
With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere.
So now, look at that.
Got a show of your own?
What's
Upload your video to Spotify. Turn views into fans and monetize your passion.
doesn't look the greatest from the top, but that's because we haven't got this on yet, so that's right hand. So obviously these are going to sit on the outside of here, which is a bit hard to show, but this is going to go under these and sit there like that, essentially, and it is literally going to look like a fucking dragon claw, which is going to be awesome. Am I essentially just making a fursuit? I don't know. Well, I guess it's cardboard, so not technically, but also yes. If I had a persona, it would be like dragony, protogen, scaly, maybe a couple bones thrown in there too. Probably. Yeah, we've got two of them going for us also. I'm going to grab another band actually, real quick, so I can... Actually, we need to do this wrong quick. We need to make another one of them. Cool. So this one here, yep, let's make another one of these. Bit of cardboard we can use. Here we go. Okay, cool. And now what we do is just rise this up to there, like we did before. And then rise this down to here, like we did before. And then just connect these obviously as well. These don't matter. But obviously that needs a bit of a blue thing there. Cool. Once again, all we do is cut this out and just do the cutting lines so we can actually fold it. very good. That folds over there. Awesome. And then we just fold this up around as well. All we do is grab one of these. Double knot it. Why is this rubber band flesh coloured? Slightly off-putting. I know it's pink, but it's like really fleshy pink. I got it, a little one there. That. You can't see where this is going now. Look, there's one finger. Ah, no, fill up. Right, last little one for this finger, I should say anyway. And we're going to try the thumb, and then we're going to move on to the wings. Well, no, we're going to do the thumb, we're going to glue all this together. We're going to attach the string, and then we're going to try the thumb, the wings, sorry. Like I said, the difference of the wings is we're only going to make the wings once, whereas this hand we can make as many times as we want. Cool, there we go.
Discover your future at the University of West London. Clearing is open and the University of West London could help turn your ambitions into reality. Ranked Best University for Student Experience and Teaching Quality by the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2024. Apply now to secure your place. Accommodation is guaranteed, and scholarships and bursaries are available to all eligible students. T's and C's apply. Visit uwl.ac.uk. University of West London, the career university.
Listen to Calvin Harris on Spotify. All the hits in one place, including We Found Love, Outside, and One Kiss. This is Calvin Harris. Listen now on Spotify.
I'm flowing with an electricity. The night is filled with thoughts of you. As we move closer to each other eagerly, you know I cannot wait to
There we go, there's the top finger for one of them. Right, that glue gun should be charged by now. Charged? I have hot enough. Yeah. Now what we're going to do is basically just glue these together. Just like that. And again, we're going to do it on the points. So that it still flexes even when stuck. And that's the whole point of these like extra tab bits, is that the whole finger still flexes even though it's stuck down. That's why you have incisions here so they don't get stuck in each other. It also dries really quickly. Yeah, look, and that all still flexes. Obviously I'll take the rub bands off eventually, it's just like a placeholder for now, just to keep everything in check. But, see how that sort of like bends? Look, watch this. That still fully moves, and this, obviously got the rub bands, it doesn't, but that still fully moves as well. Which is sick, right? So we've essentially got a fully functioning finger. Just gonna do this once more with this one. Now what we can do is take all these rubber bands off. Because as I said, it was just mainly keep the sides in check, which now stay where they are because they have the bands on them. So what we can do now is put their sides inside each other. And look, once again, they have a fully functioning finger, which essentially coils up into 90 degrees. And now what we need to do is add some torsion here so that it flexes properly when we move our hand. If you look at that, look, fucking awesome. Look, they literally fit on my hands. I might use these as the final versions, to be honest. They're looking pretty good. Because I can just still add stuff on top as well. What we're going to do here is just try and make sure that this stays stuck down onto there like that. So it has no means of escape. Just like that. Just let that dry real quick. And then we'll stick the other hand, the other finger on. That's basically going to go on there like that. This is going to be so cool when it's done. It's already looking wicked. Yeah, look, I can just show you real quick. Yeah, so there it is. There's our little handling. You can kind of see the full effect of it now. So you've got 2 fingers here and you get the thumb coming out that side. And the thumb is essentially just the same thing as these are, but obviously just a bit shorter because you've only got 2. I mean, you've got 3 joints in your thumb, but the first one's quite short, so it's not worth making a thing for that, really. Right, that's all done. So now what we're going to do is, because that is now stuck, and now we know that this works as well, what I'm going to do is actually grab another rubber band, and we're going to go ahead and whack it round this base one here. This base finger, we're going to whack a rubber band down that so that it obviously interacts with this a bit better. Again, just going to have this here. And now, you should see, is this work even better now because of the stuff. No, that was worse. Yeah, essentially we have a working finger and that is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. So if we lay that flat, we just want to have that about there. What we're going to do basically tie a rubber band around this rope so that when we put our fingers in, we can basically just have them in like that. So when we flex, obviously this comes down.
Sometimes you just want something a bit extra to satisfy your cravings.
So we're going to go ahead and flatten this out, cut it off the base,
Yeah, try New Year's
so that we have a bit of room to work with.
Delicious milkshakes in birthday cake or caramel blondie flavour, using creative flavours inspired by your favourite tasty treats. The perfect pick-me-up, a reward for a busy day or just a little treat for being you.
Give your treat more taste with new Yuzu inspirations.
Try both flavours now.
Thinking about
So I just need to think about where
University Newcastle.
it's actually going to be. So
With flexible offers available on over 150 courses, we'll help you find your perfect fit. Search Clearing at Northumbria to find out more. And join us this September. Northumbria University Newcastle. The Times and Sunday Times Good University Guides 2025 Modern University of the Year. Northumbria University Newcastle. We've got you.
Seeing the trends? Now sing along! Kids Bop 51 has the songs blowing up your feet, but with the Kids Bop twist. APT.
there we go, you can see even better now.
All sung by kids like us. Stream Kids Bop 51 now, only on Spotify.
No, this one's a child. Now, what we can do is if we put our hand in here, be a bit of a faff to get on, I must admit, but look at that. You guys see that? There, watch. And that is just those two fingers there. Obviously it could be a bit tighter, I must admit, but even that works, and that's crazy. I'm just going to make this rope a bit shorter as well, actually. That's better. Sweet. Right, now we just need to attach the other finger. Do the same exact thing. Just going to poke this one first actually as well. Ow. Yeah, perfect, thanks. Cool. That should stay. And so now what we can do is basically just glue this onto here, like that. Cool. This has turned out really well. Better than I hoped and expected. Again, I've got a bunch of glue on the way, so this is literally just a prototype. The wings, however, which we're going to crack on with in a minute. What I'm probably going to do with the wings is just make one wing because of timing, because I've got other stuff I need to do today. I'm just going to do one wing probably because of timing, and then we'll cut from there, pull a raid. And then, yeah, I'll be back around 6, 7 in the afternoon to do the S&P stuff. I might also go live on TikTok today. Depends. That now. Once again, look at that. It lays flat and comes up.
Discover your future at the University of West London. Clearing is open and the University of West London could help turn your ambitions into reality. Ranked Best University for Student Experience and Teaching Quality by the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2024. Apply now to secure your place. Accommodation is guaranteed and scholarships and bursaries are available to all eligible students. T's and C's apply. Visit uwl.ac.uk. University of West London, the career university.
Give yourself an advantage for clearing and make sure you're ready for results day thanks to Leeds Beckett University's Clearing Priority Pass. Receive an exclusive phone number for support and fast-track access to clearing courses. Study in Leeds, the UK's #1 student city, according to Student Crowd in 2024. Choose Leeds Beckett, a university that teaches the skills employers are looking for.
Matching some extra bands on to make sure the sides are nice and taut. These cyan ones seem to be the perfect size as well, which is handy. Look at that, chat. I have made a working hand. Look at that. Look at this, chat. That is awesome. Oh, it doesn't quite. Oh no, it broke.
When you're transported somewhere you've never been. When you discover hidden gems and amazing sights. When you just can't wait to pack your bags.
It's just stunning.
We should definitely go there.
I'm already looking at flights.
Nice.
Nothing brings us together like great TV. And a TV licence covers you to watch all TV channels, plus BBC iPlayer, so you can enjoy a world of travel from the comfort of your sofa. Search TV licence together.
Thinking about clearing? At Northumbria University Newcastle, we make it easy. With flexible offers available on over 150 courses, we'll help you find your perfect fit. Plus, many courses offer opportunities for real-world experience, giving you the skills you need to kickstart your future career. Search clearing at Northumbria to find out more and join us.
This is why I need sort of like a wristband to go along with this, because it keeps falling off my hand. You guys can't see that, can you? Oh, I've turned the camera away. Oh shit! Fucking camera. Please just stay still. Oh, fucking god. Fucking stand up. Right. Yeah, so it doesn't quite. If we flip this upside down, look. Wait, why is it not work? Fucking blue bands again. It only works this way up. I mean, that's at least some progress, right? Okay, cool. Right. That is hands prototype 1 done. It's a bit flimsy, I must admit, but I think that's gone pretty well. Hope you can see that alright. Basically you pull the strings and yeah, they literally flex up, look. How cool is that? Right, now the wings. And this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting. Because the difference is, this won't take as long. Because as I said, I know how to make wings due to many times that I've drawn them. There we go, cool. Try to do as much as we can just in this bit here as well. Cool. Clear the area out a bit. Just like that. Right, the wings, essentially how this works, I might have to get my picture up actually that I drew. I know how they work. I'm just going to do a visual representation so I don't confuse myself while I'm making it. Right, I'm also going to do a visual representation for you guys as well. So for anyone who don't know how wings work, this is for dragons, for birds, whatever you're doing. Essentially, you have the joint here, which connects to the actual animal. So you'd have like your bird or dragon or whatever just up here like this, with their horns and things like that. Basically, how wings work, if we switch to the thinner side of this, is you have the muscle that connects, right? But then there's a bit here that goes down, and then that goes essentially back up. And then it's this bit here that then goes out into all these different parts. And this is where the feathers usually come in on a bird and then just join up to this bit. So all of this is actually just muscle, essentially. But it's two separate bits. And what we're going to do when we make this thing is have a pivot here. So this is where we are going to need the skewers. And so how it's going to work is with a bit of string going across the back here. It's going to basically work with physics. As you pull the string, it's going to pull this down. Wait, no, we need to do it in reverse. How do you do this again? It's... just trying to think. That's basically how a wing works. And obviously when it comes in, it looks a bit more like this. So should I even do like a little... So it basically goes, that actually needs to be like that, but ignore this. So it basically folds in like that. Where's it? No, I was wrong. It doesn't go in like this. Never mind, screw that. No. Wings fold up the opposite way. It's a bit like a horse's leg. It's kind of backwards. Instead of going up, what happens is this bit, it folds in like that. So this bit would come down like this. And obviously that would... So basically they go in. So when you pull the strings out, what we want to happen is essentially to pull this bit down, which then elevates this by string, pushes this out and upwards. Except we're just going to do these bits. We're not going to do the cloth in between. So obviously what we're going to need to do is make some long bits that we can essentially attach. But yeah, what we'll probably do is one wing on one side, like we have done in the diagram over here, and then we'll do the other off stream. Because again, I can just watch this back, or just trace it as I'm going.
Play the music the moment is calling for, whether it's turning up the party or winding down to relax the evening. Curate the day's soundtrack with ad-free music listening and offline downloads on Spotify Premium. Tap the banner to learn more.
There's more to Spotify than meets the ear. That's because video is taking center stage on Spotify, with over 300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcast. With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime, anywhere.
So when
Got a
you
show of your
pull...
own? Upload
Right,
videos
I've just
to
figured this out.
Spotify.
So,
Turn views into fans. and monetize
string,
your passion.
string. These go down to here, right? So that you basically have the sort of spinal thing here. Cool. Right, these are the strings. What happens if you have things here? If these strings, basically things you pull, you have your muscular bits, obviously here and here. Pivot there. And then you have your sort of spinal bits there. Cool. Yeah, awesome. So these strings, when you pull them, right, that is attached to this, like that. Oh no, this needs to be very loose so that these stay supported. Basically, so when these go up and out, these things are going to stretch, but they're going to catch it so they don't fall. Just transferring my diagrams to paper because I draw on digital. And then, obviously you're going to have some sort of chest brace, which you're going to wear it by. Yeah, essentially the way that this works is it's like a double, it's almost like a double helix, but it's got, so when you, I'll try and make this a lot simpler. Basically, you have your strings in sort of bits here that you can pull down up the back. Cool. Right, so these are our stringy bits, cool. Right, and then what you have is these strings come through and they're attached to pivots which sit here. No, sorry, they're attached to sticks and then pivots here. These are just like, fine, we'll make them like connection points then. They're attached to pivots which then go down here into more pivots like that, right? And then those pivots go up into another pivot, and then they come down into this bit here, which is where all your stuff kind of goes out into. Cool? And that basically just does the same thing on the other side, but that's not it. It gets a bit more complex, and the physics behind it is actually quite cool. Because then how this works is you have a double thing here, you have another thing that sits underneath here, that then goes you actually have a double, sorry, I missed a thing here. Look, you have another one of these here. This goes down here, goes through this point, and actually acts as a double up here like this. You can see what I mean about like the double sort of parallelogram shape sort of thing there. Same sort of thing here. And obviously this goes down to here, this goes up through there, up to there, and then there. And so that when this, essentially, I'll do a little diagram up the top here, when this thing flexes, essentially when you pull a string down, so say this string's gone down out of the sort of barrel, canister, whatever you're going to have there, maybe like a back pocket that secretly has a hole in it or something, you pull that down, that pivot that's stuck there, and then this one up here that's obviously attached to the thing, that stick is being pulled down, which then lifts this one up. Obviously that pivot's still there, that pivot's still there, and that lifts this whole thing up into one kind of organism that basically just sits right through there. And then, oh shit, clicked on something else just then. And then that basically just pivot here and then goes up through there. So this thing, it basically expands and goes upwards. It's just basic physics. So if you pull this down, that's obviously going to lift this up. And as that lifts this up, this is going to expand, because obviously these are pivots as well. And as that expands, that goes outwards and upwards, and your wings basically go like that. It's like if you clench your fist and you go like that, you see how when you open your hands, your fingers spread apart? It's kind of that same motion. It's spreading apart and going upwards and outwards. It looks complicated, but it is really simple to build. Obviously, you just have to the right measurements and stuff like that. Difference is I'm going to eyeball it, because I've been pretty lucky with eyeballing it so far, so yeah, I'm just going to give it a shot and hopefully it goes well. Now, the only thing is here, I think I'm going to have to double stack a lot of these things to make them stronger. So just got a message from the modelling agency, I've got a job. That's fun. Right. Yeah, so what we're going to do is actually double this up. I think we're going to double everything up because we need to strengthen it a bit. We actually grab our diagram back so we can see what we're doing. Essentially, what we're going to go ahead and do is make our sort of muscle structures. Hello! I'm making wings. Hello, Rocky. Oh yes, thanks for the follow the other day. Obviously, I didn't see chat and I was annoyed at myself. Thanks for the follow. I forgot to mention that yesterday. So it doesn't show up on Streamlabs. Chat shows up sometimes. It's really weird. But yeah. So I'm going to Comic-Con in London in October basically, and I've always wanted to. Yeah, pretty much. Except I've got like a little diagram here. I'm gonna make fully functioning wings that. So essentially, you've got strings that you pull down, and basically when you pull this down, this pivots, and this basically goes up and outwards. So the wings would essentially expand like a bird's would, but by pulling strings down. Yeah, it sounds more complicated than it is, but it's the actual putting it together that I'm worried about, because a lot of this cardboard is very flimsy. I mean, it is quite solid, but I'd like to probably double layer it. Only problem is I might run out of glue, so yeah, I might have to wait. Which is why I'm only going to do one side of the wings and then probably do the other one when my glue arrives. But yeah, it's going pretty well so far. I made somewhat of a hand as well. I'll get that in a minute. Get more glue. Yeah, I did also somewhat make a hand. The problem is it's incredibly flimsy. I do need to like reinforce it. But it's one of these ones where if you pull a string, it flexes the entire finger. If I just do this real quick, look. And I'm basically just doing that by putting that. So essentially you'd have your finger in this bit here. And you basically wear this. And you'd be able to pick stuff up with it. I just need to make these like more reinforced. This is basically just a prototype. I'm going to make more like dragon-y claw stuffs. But yeah. And I was going to try just 3 fingers, the 2 fingers in this one. But this one kept getting flimsy. So I might have to do 4 fingers. Or 3 fingers, but just skip the pinky because it's too short to fit in stuff. But yeah, so if I know, oh, what happened to the music? Oh, the music's gone off. What happened to the music? Yeah, there we go. No, wait, I want to do the playlist. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Right, so for the actual muscle, I need to think about this properly. I don't know how big I want the wingspan to be. I guess I could. Well, I'm 6'5", so if you put your arms out, I guess I can make it as wide as my arms go out. So if I'm 6'5", what's half of 6'5"? 3 and then 2.5. We'll make it 3 on either side. That is very loud. I think I'm going to make the wingspan 3'3", either side across, so the whole thing will be 6'6", I guess. Yeah. I'm making like I've ordered a morph suit, and essentially I'm gonna, not like this type of card, I've got thinner cardboard somewhere, but I'm gonna apply panels to this morph suit and then put like old zips or buttons on it on stuff from like old clothes I've got, or just make fashion hooks out of things, right, or Velcro, so that I can mix and match cosplay bits, like armor plates I can just stick on. Because I remember having like toys as a kid that you would basically be able to take the armor off of and then put different bits on here and there. A bit like a Mr. Potato Head, but like a full human figure. So I think I mentioned this earlier. With the mask I made before for TwitchCon, which is this thing over here, it kind of fell apart a bit because it got bumped into at Pride, but it's this thing here. Can't really see that too well on camera. There's some pictures of me in it and socials as well, I think. But everything that I make is going to be somewhat. Yeah, it did used to have like a night's. I tell you what, I can get a picture on my phone. I don't know if it will show up when on stream. Let me just get a picture. It's probably my Insta somewhere. Give me a sec here. Yes, here we go. Thumbnails. Where is it? Oh. Well, there I am. Look. In a thumbnail. Can you see that? In the bottom bit there? It's that one there. This bottom bit here. It's like a bit of a berserker mask, but it's black and gold and pink and purple. Yeah, basically I was going to repair it because all of these bits came off. I mean, I can literally just glue them back on, but that was only the second version, and I made it only in 2 days. Imagine what I could do if I spent so much more time on it. And the thing is, I know how to make stuff like that. Hi! I'm doing cosplay stuffs! We're making wings, and I've got schematics here for actual working wings that are going to expand when I put them on and pull strings and stuff. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, the mask I've made already. Yes. The thing is, I basically stayed up all of last night and I got no sleep, and for some reason I'm really full of energy, which is strange because I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. I'm probably going to fall asleep at some point during midday, but it's all right. Oh no. Oh. Don't want to be doing that. What am I doing? Why am I doing anything? Right. Trying to think about measurements. So, actually, can I? This is probably about as long as my forearm. Probably. That is like a. Yes. Pets usually rule when they're over here. We have a dog that stays over sometimes, and he is the smallest dog ever, but he takes up so much room because he lies across the bed. He will literally spread eagle across the bed. But he's about that big. He's about what? He's about 3 foot tall, but he takes up. So he's about 3 foot long, but he takes up so much space in the bed. It's insane. Oh, well, have a good night's sleep. And yeah, have a good evening. Yes, and a good next day as well.
With over 300,000 video shows and 300 million users already watching their favorite podcast. With seamless switching between watching and listening, you can tune in anytime.
I haven't been sleeping well lately, but it's weird. I haven't been sleeping well, but my energy has been high. So I don't know if at some point I'm just gonna fucking collapse and fall asleep somewhere. I don't know, but I hope it's not while I'm driving around. That would be awful. Yeah, but that's uncanny. That's literally the length of my forearm. That's perfect. Right, so what we're going to do is make a muscle out of this, which is going to be... Actually, is that going to be too small? I thought it's going to be too small. I could make this bigger, actually. Can I... Have I got... How big is that? Is that exactly the same length? It is exactly the same length. Okay, cool. That's fine then. Whatever. Right, we're just gonna get on. I'm just gonna, you know what, we can just fucking wing it. So, I think the first muscle I'm gonna do is probably, because I've got to make 4. So I've got muscles and then sticks on the bottom to make it flex. If I start with the, problem is making it out of cardboard is going to be hell, because it's going to make so much noise when it fucking expands. I've got like plastic that I could wrap it in as, I don't know. Let's see. So that's the thing though, I make all my stuff out of cardboard. Non-binary 2, let's go! Woo! Let's have it! Woo! Yes! Oh, I wish I had my flag on me right now, but it's in my room on my wall. God damn it. I should say, a lot of my cosplay, like, yeah, I wear my flag as a cape a lot, because all the colours on my cosplay is, it's, like, before I even, I think it was a subconscious thing, but when I was designing the cosplay, I've always loved the colour purple and black, and gold just chucked in there. I never kind of realised that it resembles the non-binary flag colours, which is, yeah. Yeah, but no, awesome, sweet. Other side of stuffs though, I think I've talked about it before a couple of times. I don't really, it kind of dives into pan and then also goes into is it? Yeah, I think it dives into pan and also goes to demi. It's like not to do with gender, but then sometimes it comes up with personally I just stick with unlabeled, to be honest, because it's which is also kind of contradictory, because unlabeled is a label, so yeah, but it just I can't decide right now. It's just date who you want to date, to be honest. Love who you want to love, obviously as long as it's legal. Fucking hell. Right, let's actually fucking draw a muscle here. I think I'm just gonna... I have at this. So I think I want this to be that muscle. So if we make this the coming out muscle, which is going to be essentially there. Sorry, I've turned this sideways a bit, it's quite hard to see. Fair enough, fair enough. I do like cats as well. I like all animals. There's, I can't remember what the cats have got. There's a type of cat that's like really, really sort of spiky, fluffy, and it kind of looks like a lynx, and it has a really rough tongue. I can't remember what they're called, but I really like those types of cats. They have like really, it's not spiky fur, but their fur goes into like spikes. I think it's a mane, or I think is it? It might be a mane. I'm not sure. Whatever. Right. So circles and stuff. Right. Let's get this drawn. This is going to need to be fairly big, I must admit as well. So as we're not going to be able to. That might be a bit too big. It can never be too big. Please don't. Well, I'm probably going to clip that myself. Right, so this is going to need to go essentially Oh, I've done this the wrong way around actually. This is the pivot up here, so then... Wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, so this will be the actually, yeah, so this will be the first stick that kind of connects to the string. I think I made that circle a tiny bit too big. Cool. Right, so that is the first. Did you see when I showed it on Insta? I can show it again if you didn't see. I've got a pic here which is from TwitchCon. Which is basically me in it. It's just there. The Dragon Mask hat, yes, it's damaged and I need to repair it, or just make a new one entirely. Because I know how to make stuff like that now, which is the whole point of it, I guess, was to learn how to make it, and I can make better stuff now. You have a snake? Do your cat and your snake get along well? Is that a myth, by the way? Are cats and snakes chill, or do they actually have some sort of primal instincts against each other? Oh, okay. Yeah, so... Is it a milk snake, or is it python, or... I fucking love reptiles. What snake you got? I kind of do want a, what are they called?
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Cold plunges.
I want to get maybe like a gecko as a pet. I know they don't live very long, but they're really cool and they're really small and they can kind of play with you and stuffs. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Wellness shouldn't be overwhelming, and therapists can help.
Come on, glue. Work. Actually, tell you what, in the meantime, while this glue is not working, we can go ahead and just set that to the side. There we go. We can just go ahead and set that to the side and get work on the next muscle. So that is the one that goes up into... So actually, I'm probably going to number these as well. So the muscle that we've just done is this one. So that'll be number 1. And then I'll make this number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh no, so 3 and 6 are the same one. So this is all one thing. I need to remember. Oh, and 2 is all one thing as well. Yeah, because it goes in X, and because it expands off the... Oh, okay. So 1, 2... So 3 is all one thing. 4 is going to be all one thing as that. 5 can be that. And then 6 is going to have to be that. But 6 also... comes out as that. No, 6 wouldn't be here. It would only be... Okay, cool. I've got it. Right. Sweet. Yeah, they can detach their tails and stuffs and wriggle around without it. Or a tortoise. Maybe a tortoise. Our neighbours had tortoises at some point. They had one called Usain, one called Bolt. Just don't annoy him and it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine if you don't. If you don't annoy him. Right. Next muscle, number 2, is going to be a lot longer than number 1, double length. I'm going to have to fucking... If I maybe like do that and then... I'm going to have to stitch this onto here like that. Yeah, don't be worried about your cat. Sure they're very chill. Actually, I don't know, but just gonna get up real quick because I need to. Actually, is that heat gun? That heat gun? That glue? What am I even saying? Just need to get up real quick. I need some things. I need more cardboard. Is what I need. Oh no, there's one just like that here. Yes, here we go. Okay, cool. And then all we do is just basically go like that, because I'm trying to double thick everything. So if I just put that on there, that should work okay. And then if we just put this on, no, that doesn't work. Okay, we need to double thick everything, otherwise it's going to go on very flimsy very easily. Have I got some cardboard? Oh, here's the thin stuff. Yeah, so this is the more kind of thin stuff I'm going to use for the morph suit that I got. So I can like switch out kind of customizable cosplay bits. I'm pretty sure I have some cut cardboard somewhere. Oh, I found this really interesting. Mainly for the sounds, but also it could be used as like a loincloth. Or maybe like chainmail, cardboard chainmail. I think that'd be cool. Yes, there is. I've been on it with someone before. I could go on it live at some point. There's also Scribble.io, which is the game where you draw and guess, which is a bit like Pictionary. Cool. Wait, which one do I need? Oh, it's this one. Okay, cool. I'd have to do that on my art account though, not over here, because it wouldn't really fit in with the content. Although I guess I do have wild cards, and I guess I could do it on a Sunday. I'm doing like a streamathon right now, streaming every fucking day. Cardboard. I'm streaming every day of August. I've got like a schedule posted on my socials. This wasn't really in here, but I missed this from the last Sunday, so I'm doing it anyway. Because I have a tiny bit of extra time this morning, because I literally got no sleep last night, so... What did I do? I got up and decided, you know what, I'm going to make a cosplay stream, because why the hell not? And also, I finally have a bit of extra time to make wings. Basically I use Sundays as my wild card to kind of just... I have like a random list of ideas that I'd like to try for like stuff. So yeah, the drawing app is on there. Well, it's on there now. Karaoke, Reddit 50/50, Cards Against Humanity, Infinity Crafts, trick shots, stuff like that. IRL stuff, some gaming stuff. A bit of everything, to be honest. Right, I think our glue gun is all set up now. Hopefully it is anyway. We're not going to glue this, we're going to glue the other bits because I need to cut out this first muscle. And actually I'm hoping, because this is such a big circle and we've got small skewers, that the pivot should go really easily, because the problem is if you have like a big massive sort of circle in the middle, the pivot isn't going to work as well because it's got too much it's too much friction to turn around. So having a much smaller hole should make this whole thing sort of expand much easier. Your parents are more good than mine, I guess you could say. How do I put this? They're not religious, they're just kind of, they're in the mindset that there's males and there's females, and where the hell is that glue stick gone? And there's transgender people. They don't see non-binary as a thing, basically, which is obviously a bit annoying. And they also aren't really a fan of the fact that wear unisex stuff and bits. But they think I'm gay because they also don't understand how you can be unlabeled. So it's yeah, it's a bit of a tough sitch. But also the best escape I get was obviously doing this and doing art and going out on my bike and stuff, and yeah, it's enough to keep a balance. They're never like constantly on about it, they will just bring it up at times, random times, even when there's like other family around. And the thing is, I'm out as well, so it's just a bit, just feels a bit off, to be honest. Yeah. The thing is, they say that a motorcycle. A motorcycle? I don't, what? Brain is not computing. Oh, a motorcycle, I'm an idiot. Okay, a motorcycle. I thought you meant like a ice lolly that is shaped like a motorbike. Because you get icicles and it would be like a motorcycle. Okay. Never mind. No, yes. Is it Yamaha or I don't know, it might have been a Harley Davidson. What about brands are there? I don't really know much about bikes. I know the different types of bikes, but the brands are not in my thing. Also, can I just say as well? Oh, that's all right. I'm a bit dyslexic at times as well. I also happen to be dyspraxic, which doesn't do me solid all the time, but yeah, it's all good. It's fine. I misspell stuff sometimes as well. I don't really mind. Oh, I did not cut through that at all. I've literally just cut through. I need to get my scissors. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get my scissors. Oh, you know what I can do? I made this yesterday. I'll literally be about 5 seconds. If I just pop that there, down. I just fell through a chair. My chair has like a hole in the back and I stuck my leg through it and then tripped over it and fell onto my bed. So that was fun. Right, there we go. Oh, I did cut through like a decent portion of this. I just didn't go all the way through, all the way down. Huh. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I made these the other day on stream. I think I did it in my 24 hours actually. I did a stream on Sunday for a full 24 hours. I can't actually remember. I made like a follow. Oh, I should. Where is it? I made a follow one as well. You know what? Look, I can. Because I've got to do this yesterday. Because I didn't see that you dropped a follow. There we go. That's for you. Bam. I basically made them for IRL stuff because I think I have an automated dragon sound when someone follows on like Warframe or Minecraft or Assassin's Creed, but coming to IRL stuff, I use Streamlabs, which I'm currently doing from an iPad, which doesn't always configure so well, and it ends up being really laggy. It's also what I used to use for VODs, and it got really annoying because it would just not let me change the title. Turns out you can actually stream VODs straight from Twitch, which I had no idea about, which has been part of the system for years. So, that happened. There we go, cool. The muscles are going. 9 mins. Oh, you've got to go now. In 10 minutes, something random will happen. Will it now? Let's see. There is a spider crawling across the table towards me. Is that random enough? I don't know. I guess it hasn't been 10 minutes yet. This is going quite well so far. I thought this could have gone bad at some point, but yeah, it's going quite well. Let's cut that little. Right, that'll be. Ah, shit. Ow! Oh, no, I do have Discord. I'm setting up a Discord server actually as well. I just need to get. Well, I'm going to release it on the 20th because it's when I. The whole reason I'm doing this in August is basically August was the month that I started basically YouTube, which is where the whole Twitch evolved from, socials, everything like that. But August 20th is, well, it's my mum's birthday. It's also the day that I started the channel. So I just thought 2025, one of the best years I've had so far. Why not this year do a streamathon and make it a yearly event, but also every time I do a streamathon in August, because it might not always be August, or at least even if I don't do a streamathon in August, yeah, it's older, yeah. I think my Twitch is only, actually no, because I went to TwitchCon last year, in 2020, I think my Twitch is only 2 and a bit years old, and then YouTube's about 4? To be fair though, I did watch some of my old videos back the other day. The distance that I've come with editing and stuff is weird, but yeah. Obviously a lot more kind of vocally confident now as well, which is awesome. But besides that, first muscle done. Got the first little pivot. We're going to trace this for the second one. Oh my god, it's like a little... That is quite flimsy still, actually. I might add some supports onto that, but yeah. Yay! Woo! Yeah! Oh, that is not on. My iPad's about to run out. I'm filming on an iPad because I don't have... Well, I do have a camera, but the lens is all messed up for some reason. Which is annoying. It's gone all like black and dark and bits, and I don't know why, and I've tried to clean it, and I'm going to take it to a camera shop tomorrow to get it fixed or looked at. The other thing is, right, I went travelling with it in the car, had it in the car with me. I've run out of glue. Oh no, this is very, very bad. I had it in the car with me the whole time next to me on the way to where I was going. Got there and the lens stopped working, so that was fun. And also I've run out of glue. We're going to have to end stream there. I can't do this without any glue. I mean, we got a muscle done. That's nearly been 3 hours as well, nearly. I mean, I can stick that, that's about it. I've run out of glue. So, yeah. Oh, right. Before we go, as well, I need to see if I can... Oh, maybe... Wait, can I raid someone? I don't know if I can. Can I do it from here? Because I'm streaming... Yes, I can, because it's still connected to Twitch, which I need to close and then reopen, because it's not working. Right, I'm going to put on some good music for this as well. Yes. To be fair, I'm going live later as well, around 7 o'clock British, in the evening British time as well, doing SMP stuff. I'm joining a new Minecraft SMP as well, called the Guild SMP. It's basically going to be like factions and bits, but yeah, they're still setting it up. Let's get some better music on for this. Is it worth me waiting for the random thing? I'm going to wait for the random thing. Tell you what, I've still got to clear all this up. So what I'll do is move the camera real quick, and we will tidy everything up while I wait for this random thing to happen. You've got me excited now. Yeah, look at all this mess. Look at all this mess. Ah. Oh, that's been unplugged already. Of course it has. Yeah, so I'm going to wait for this random thing. I'm intrigued. You've got me hyper fixated. I can't do that at the same time, can I? If I go like that. Where did you follow as well? I think. Wait. Yay! Oh, wait, I've got a little thing for you. It's over here somewhere. I think I just showed this to Rocky. There we go. Thank you very much. Welcome to whatever this says down. Yes, thank you so very much. Problem is, I can't see when because I'm streaming through Streamlabs. I can't see when people follow, which means I have to physically open Twitch on my phone because it goes to Twitch anyway. So I can see the stream and see all chat on Streamlabs, but I can't see follows, which is really annoying. But it also cuts out the music because you can't play music while also being on the Twitch app, which is quite annoying, as you can imagine. I won that in an arcade. It took me 3 tries. Right, we're gonna get this cardboard cleaned up. I've actually got a bag I can put this all in. But the stuff that we're making, what I'm actually do is leave it all here, because most likely the next time I'm going to do cosplay stuff I'll be down here anyway. So, ooh, 1 minute to go. Oh, the camera's falling. Ah, there we go. Cool. You can't see me right now, but I'm dancing. Right, that needs to go back upstairs as well. Where's my little, oh, I don't know if I'm sure you won't have seen this. So for the black mask, I actually made a prototype. I always make prototypes of stuff just as a little test. That was the first mask I ever made for the little black one. It's got like scales and everything on top as well. Oh, 12:34. Great time. Cool. You know what? The wait was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Oh, I can actually. Oh, there's someone else here now. I think maybe there's someone else joining the stream. I have no idea. It says 3 people in here though, so maybe. Yeah, look. It's basically a little prototype to the black mask. Has this all cool horn at the back. I can actually chuck it on now. It's a bit tight on the head though. It's got like this. Problem is, I did this and then realised I did the scales the wrong way round on the top. If I put the camera around a minute and it's gonna go black for a second, but well, I just take that off and take this off, and we just go like this. Ah. And then we flip the camera around. Haha. Yes. Problem is, it's very like boxy. It's not very. It looks like more pointy on the front than it is, but it's very flat on my face. Which is good in some aspects, but it feels very like, I don't know. And you can go out and see the problem with it because it's got holes in the top and stuff. But yeah. And the problem is, I wanted each of these individual pieces. Well, I wanted these to be individual pieces. Here's the problem. Which is why I made the other one, but then it got smashed up at front. Ah, almost dropped it. Real good. But one of the best things I ever decided on, just for the meantime, so I don't have to wear the big old mask in every live stream I do, which would be quite good because I could commit to the bit. I went and stuck with these right here. And I like this one specifically. Well, because it fits dragony monstrous stuffs. Hello. Yes, I play Minecraft quite a bit. I do Minecraft. I do SMP stuff. I do Shadowcraft. I basically hi. I do Shadowcraft stuff, which is solo survival series, all vanilla, all survival. Been doing it since. Well, it's what started the channel. It's the first thing I ever posted on YouTube is Shadowcraft. So yeah, that's where it all started. It's still going strong. I've got an episode coming out very soon. Literally doing edits after this. So yeah, it should be out tomorrow-ish time, maybe. Yeah, I don't want to ruin too much, but I have been preparing for the latest update, which includes copper golems, and actually did a little design which updates a system for copper golems in the game. And what I'm going to try to do now is embrace every single update and actually adapt it to every machine and stuff that I build. Oh, I'm already spoiling too much. Big, massive, mega stuff is basically what I do on that world. Like stupid ideas, write them down, get them done in a video. And I'm doing a very kind of collaborative bit. Well, preparing for a collaborative bit. Basically with everybody that's been very supportive so far. If you ever watch Stampy's Lovely World, I'm essentially doing like a garden, but as a library. But it's going to be very, very mystical and magical. Because for everybody's profile picture, I'm going to make map art of it. It's going to be painstaking, but it'll be worth it. And that is the thing. I do mega massive builds on the Shadowcraft. Well, I need to turn the camera. I do mega massive builds on Shadowcraft, and that is essentially my take on it. There we go. That is a picture of someone. Ah, shit. Yeah.